please put your hands together for the crew from Locked Into Vacancy Entertainment. Thank you for dressing way nicer than I ever could. I feel like since it's my show, I should know ahead of time, like, oh, we're doing full suits? I'm a chump.
That's all right.
It's part of our aesthetic.
Yeah, it goes.
We just need more help than you do, apparently.
People have tried.
You know, I do have to say, I am jealous of the applause sign that you guys have.
I know, it's
But,
fantastic.
Yeah, ours is.
but I think you're kind of getting drunk with power up there. You just kind of control the whole audience every time you throw it up there.
I'd rather him be drunk with power than just drunk. That was like the first few shows, and we had to put it straight. Shane, Jen,
Yes.
Annie, you're a part of Locked Into Vacancy Entertainment.
Entertainment vacancy. Right.
I feel like it still is live, but like in Russian. It's like Liev or something.
Liev.
Yeah. Can you just give me I did a crude explanation of your show when I was introducing it. Can you summarize what Locked Into Vacancy Entertainment is?
Well, actually, you did really well on it. It's we are inspired by old time radio. The birth of old time radio, kind of the radio dramas and comedies, really is in Chicago. And so, listening to podcasts and listening to has anybody ever heard of Thrilling Adventure Hour?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of like I was listening and Andy and I we were like, we could do this. And
And we did it.
End of
story.
But it's really a novel, like you said, it's a novel experience. It's all original material, all the songs, all the stories, everything, and it's really like going to listen to a sitcom. But it's the full experience because we have the live Foley artists, we have the live music, and we actually dress pretty nice too.
Now, when you say live Foley artist, for people that I think of Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop.
That's fair.
I'm a bad person, is what I'm trying to say. What is Foley?
Well, Foley. It's a great segue. Well, Foley is actually making the sound effects just right there live. So if a bone is crunching, you will bite into some celery directly into the microphone. And then we actually have a wonderderfully crafted door. People, Foley artists
our door.
in the business.
It's amazing.
Somebody threatened to go away to Vegas and marry our door.
It may or may not be.
She
in
may
the
or may not be in
audience
the
right
front row of the audience tonight. But it's people like our door, and we actually kind of use that stuff. It's a wonder. I honestly think it's one of the highlights of our shows is you really get to see the sound effects being made, and it's so weird.
And a lot of people don't know that the Foley was actually the last name of the
Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Kind of the first sound effect artist in Hollywood. His last name was Foley, and that's kind of his skills and expertise. That's really what into it. So
I want to be in a position where I'm so good at something, they take my last name and make it a verb. But amendola is very unruly.
it sounds like a medical condition.
I'm sorry, I can't come into work. I've got my amendola.
You go to Africa and come back with amendola.
Well, not if you get the vaccine first.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to
There
take
is
the
no
vaccine.
vaccine. There's no coming back. So one of the aspects of your production that I really like is, of course, it's a podcast, but you can go see live shows. You can go see live shows.
Yeah, live.
You can go and you can see these Foley artists doing it on a stage.
Yep.
It's way more entertaining than it sounds.
Yeah.
Was there a question?
Lovely introduction.
Yes. Great question. Yes.
Sorry. And you can go see them do it on stage?
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
In fact, we do it once a month. We have a show. It's a live show, and we have the live audience, which we enjoy and we encourage everybody to laugh out loud or boo, or they don't really boo that much usually.
Oh, we get that here.
Yeah. Okay. But and that's the enjoyment of it is I really wanted to get the recording with the live audience, like old time radio, like your Jack Benny shows or your Grace Ann Allen or the Great Gildersleeve, all that stuff that was the precursor to what sitcoms were on television, because they just took the radio shows and put a camera in front of them. And so you go there and you're in the audience and you're experiencing it, and it's really a great experience to do that too.
So where did the inspiration come from, and how did you come to the idea of, we're going to take this old time radio play, we're going to make it a podcast? Because like you said, a lot of the podcast now is modern radio. Mm-hmm. How did you come together and decide to do that?
A lot came with Thrilling Adventure Hour and listening to that, but also, it's a classic genre that really kind of, I always listened to it when I was younger, and in fact, every night I listen to it, something before I go to bed.
He does. I live in the room next to him. He really does.
Jen is so scared of that statement. She's not having it.
I'm just here, guys. I'm here.
PG-13, right?
I'm here and I'm happy.
Yeah. All right. Where was I going with that?
You were listening to something in bed.
Yeah. But with the genre, and the good thing is that it's so fresh, and because I went to a podcast convention, and I went there, and there was probably 90% of all the podcast shows that are out there, they're journalistic, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're very informative. You learn things like the Bigger Luke theory and things like that. But there's not a lot of fictional and drama, and it's really, I think people are really starting to crave that. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing we wanted to do it is 25 minutes, no longer than that, which is perfect for a commute. We figure a commute's about 25 minutes, and you can listen to it. And then, thank you. You have a 25-minute commute.
We live in Chicago.
Yes,
it's always
so you must work like 2 blocks from home. Yeah. But yeah.
Now I know that you have a little bit of an example of what you want to show us, but I'm just so curious. How much time goes into crafting like a single episode? Because I'm getting caught up, but I get so enamored with the commercials that you make, like real full-on commercials for products that don't exist. But it feels like they were in that time. Like how much time goes into crafting that?
So we do have a wonderful stable of writers who are absolutely paramount to the creation of our show.
Guys, he's one of the writers.
We have the best writers.
They're pretty great.
They're also very handsome and smart.
Oh my God, they're pros. We have a circle of writers right now, and we all read each other's work and we critique, and it's a wonderful collaborative process, and the actors and the directors and the producers and everybody has a chance to kind of put their input into it. So really, it's a wonderful ensemble that kind of goes into it. But in terms of time,
it's pretty quick. I know.
Okay.
He's the writer.
Jen.
How?
Maybe the writing isn't quick, but
No.
as far as
no.
directing and acting, maybe that goes real quick. We have basically a read through, and then we have one rehearsal per serial, and then a final, and then we're done.
I am so amazed by that.
Our actors and our Foley, Ella's here tonight, like they literally get one rehearsal, and then they have to be spot on.
That makes me think of like a stunt person. Like you get one shot.
That's it.
Do not miss your chance to blow.
All we can afford.
This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Yo, yeah. This is good. This is good.
Mom's spaghetti.
He actually, Eminem opened up a restaurant in Detroit for one night, and one of the items on the menu was mom's spaghetti.
Oh.
He's in it. He knows.
Sweatshirt.
So that's going to be one of our next commercials.
Eminem's pop-up restaurant.
Yeah.